Hi, my name is Noor Emir Arif bin Noor Azwairi, and I'm from PI009E20. And today I will be teaching you guys about an important function that has been taught for a long time now in Microsoft Excel. By the time you finish this video, you would have understood the important function in Microsoft Excel, which is Xlookup. Xlookup is used to ask questions about your data and get answers. So think of it like a finding tool built into Excel. Let's say you have got some employee data like this. We got their name, employee ID, gender, education qualification, job title, date of join, salary, and age. Now given this data, let's say I want to know what is the job title of a name I have in a cell. We can use Xlookup for this. So this is how you write Xlookup function. We say at the job title, Xlookup, and we always start the lookup with the value that you're looking for. If the value you're looking for is a name, then type the name and put it in a double quotes. So for this case, I want to find the job title for the name Alex Land. Then we specify two things. The first thing is where to look for the data and what to return after the looking is done. So the lookup array is the column or the range where your data usually is. In this case, I want to search the data from someone's name. So it is in the cell B3 until B22. We hit comma. And then the return array, there is the second part, is what to return after the name is found. In this case, I want to know what is the job title. So I'm going to select the job title column, which is in the cell F3 until F22. That's it. Close bracket and hit enter. As you can see, Alex Line is working as a marketing executive. We can double check and we can see that Alex Line is actually a marketing executive. Now, if you want, you can also, instead of hard coding or typing the value like this, in this case, I type the name Alex Land at the lookup value to find his job title. You can remove his name and point it to a cell. In this case, I point it to a name column at C26 cell for the lookup value. The advantage of pointing to a cell is if you want to look for a different person, maybe Aaron Lim or Noor Aina, I can just type the name at the name column and I will get the job title instantly without typing their name at the lookup value. For example, if I type the name like Chloe Tan, we can see that Chloe Tan is actually a HR executive, and another example is if we type Jason Lee, we can see that Jason Lee is actually a senior engineer. Moving on, what happens if Xlookup cannot find the name? For example, in this data, my name is not there. So if I type Emir, I'm going to get NA as a result. This is Xlookup's way of telling I couldn't find what you're looking for. You can use, while writing the Xlookup itself, a specific function called if not found. This is the fourth option to say what's written if the value cannot be found. So we go back to the Xlookup function. In double quotes, we could say anything that we want to say. For example, if the name is not on the data, I want to say no name is found. And we close bracket again and we hit enter. So if I search my name, the job title section will say no name is found. This is the output that is going to generate. Let's go to another example. Here I got the employee ID and I want to know what the salary is. Again, We can use Xlookup like this. The very first thing is always the lookup. So we point it at the cell above, the employee ID. The lookup array in this case is the employee ID column. So we go to the column employee ID from cell 3 until C3 until C22, and the return array is the salary. And we close bracket and hit enter. We need to put the employee ID above. So for example, I want to put for Maria Chan. We type the employee ID, and we can see that Maria Chan, the salary is 3,200 ringgit. And another example is for Kevin Ong, and you can see that Kevin Ong is have a salary for 3,100 ringgit. Here's a little pro trick for Xlookup. Xlookup also can return the entire record instead of just salary or job titles. Maybe I don't want to see the salary alone. I want to know the full picture of this employee ID. We can say Xlookup. We look up the employee ID value, and for the lookup array is for the employee ID. So from cell C3 until cell C22, and instead of selecting specific column like job titles or salary, I want to select all data from name to the age. When you close the bracket and hit enter, you're going to get the full record here. Let's see. As you can see, for Alex Len, I will know all the details he got, like the employee ID, the gender, the education qualification, the job title, the date of join, salary, and also age. Last but not least, I will be teaching you guys one of the most important ways to use Xlookup in Excel. That is taking data from two different places and combining it. We also call this as Xlookup with two sheets. So here, I have got bonuses for each of our job titles. For 2025, our company did so well. All the jobs are getting some bonuses. Now what we want is we want to know each bonus for each of our employees. So this is where we're going to add another column called bonuses. And we are going to use Xlookup to find their bonus. So for the lookup value, we are going to select the job title at the cell F3, and for the lookup array, we'll go at the second sheets and select all the job titles from cell A2 until A21. Now when I'm saying the lookup array, you will want to log this reference because it will always need to be from B, I'm sorry, from A2 until A21, even when the formula goes down. So you can select the entire reference and select F4 key to add the dollar symbol. And for the return array also, you need to select at the second sheets for the bonuses from cell B2 until cell B21 and log that reference as well. You need to close the bracket and hit enter. And as you can see, for the first of our employee Alex Len, his bonuses is 4,000 ringgit, and we can double check it. The marketing executive, which is Alex Len, have 4,000 ringgit as his bonus. And if you want to know all of the employees' bonuses, we can just drag the column down and we can see all of their bonuses. Before we conclude, if you guys have any inquiries regarding our topic today, you guys can go straight to the comment section and ask question about our topic today. That's all from me, and thank you.